Are
Um,
we?
I don't know. I don't know because YouTube's not live yet. But anyway, if we're live, we're gonna
Sure.
start talking. So today we're gonna
Mm.
talk about yesterday's match. Yesterday's
Yeah,
Manchester United Legends versus
yes.
Bayern Munich's Legend, the treble winning team of '99. So that's the first thing we talk about, and then we're gonna move on to transfer update. So let's say the first topic on the day, Becks on song. So yeah, what do you think of yesterday's game?
It was like I said, based on the title that I put there, it's a masterclass by the 99 Legends. They they really are legendary. It's a legendary team. Nobody can easily get the treble. It's not an easy season for them, but they strive through. They kind of set the standard for Man United going
Mhm.
forward. So it's very good to see Fergie and McLaren on the side, watching the players playing, and then a few players stand out, and most importantly, a lot of people are saying like just sign Becks. It doesn't matter whether he's like 40 plus or something like that,
44.
because the way that because the way that he played last night, it shows that how good he can, how good he used to be for the team. And then you see the gameplay, it's directly reminiscent of the way Man United of all the way they play under Fergie. So yeah, nothing much to say because we did, and at the same time we defended better
Yeah,
because we
yeah.
have
Yep, Stam.
and there. So yeah,
Yeah, yes, Stam is a rock yesterday. So,
yeah, so
yesterday game is actually quite slow lah. I mean, I made a joke that we need Beckham also, so I think it's a joke everyone's make. But it was a really, really slow game. The defenders are
yeah,
slow, the strikers are slow, so everyone just popping the ball about. But that crosses the backs still put into the 6 yard
but,
box.
yeah,
All those crosses are still curling and it still was crossed with speed. There's just something about Beckham and he has been training. Yeah, I think he's still fit to play. Not sure if he can. He has the speed. Definitely doesn't have the speed anymore. But that cross, it's Ashley Young did not put one cross in that's as good as any of his crosses this whole season. And I think the joke of the day is
nobody bends it like that. So
yeah, I
yeah,
think the joke of the day is Sanchez scored one goal in Old Trafford this whole season. So Nicky Butt has the same score, same goals. Ole has the same amount of goal in Old Trafford this season. Beckham has the same amount of goals. Everyone else has the same amount of goals as Alexis Sanchez. So yeah, he has to go. So yesterday games was 5-0. Very very good game. Slow, yeah, it's a legend game. It's just I think I enjoyed it just because
yeah,
yeah, we're watching all the
UX,
legends play.
yeah,
So that's that. There's nothing much to talk about. Let's go to Daniel transfer updates. Very quickly talk about Daniel James. I think everyone knows that his father has passed away. So let's give him time. Let's give him time for bereavement. Yeah, there's really nothing much to say. So just that we should not be expecting this deal. Any one of us should not be shouting why this deal has not been done, because humanity
yeah.
comes before life comes before
This
football.
literally it's a done deal, but
Mm,
it's just waiting for the they're just giving him space to mourn for his sudden passing. So
yeah,
his
yeah.
father's sudden passing. So yeah,
Yeah, it's very sad, it's very tragic. So life always takes precedence over football. So let's go to the next one. Okay, so Juan Pisaka or Thomas Munoz. So the news is Juan Pisaka, Ed Woodward has put in 25 million pound.
I mean,
Um,
yeah,
to tempt Crystal Palace, and Crystal Palace actually initially said they wanted 70, which is quite a bullshit price. Then no, actually it went up from 60 to 70, so that's not a pricing that they are stuck at anyway. So Wan Bissaka or Thomas Muller, how much do we want to pay for Wan Bissaka? Is it worth 70 millions?
currently, yeah, nope, nope, he isn't. Yeah, because for me, like I said, um, based on the transfer market website, he's valued at 30 to 40 million.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's a fair price for him, given his age, given his talent. Yes, he has got potential going forward. But the thing is, if we do inflate the price, given the current climate, I think in the next coming years, domestically it will harm the smaller clubs, because they tend to, I don't know, they tend to try and inflate. So it will not be good for the players trying to climb their way and playing for bigger clubs in the league. And then, as we know, for English players, they are not really doing well outside of the English Premier League,
Jadon
except
Sancho
for
beg
a
to
couple of
differ.
yeah, Jadon
Yeah, Jadon Sancho
Sancho,
beg to
one,
differ.
yeah.
Yeah. So no, I
Correct,
think the thing
correct.
is
So yeah, because like you said,
the one Bisaka is on
yeah,
English player tax at the moment, and also we have a Woodward tax. So plus these two tax, his wife has gone inflated over the 30 million. Yeah, 40 million, 50 million Kyle Walker prices. That's good enough. So that's actually a lot playing
enough,
for
yeah.
a right back, but he is a very young player with a lot of talent. So the question is, do we want Munir um or one Bisaka, 50 million one Bisaka, or 25 million Munir? So which one is your choice?
For me, like I
Mm,
said, I've been in the One Bisaka bandwagon all this while because I see uh, where Solskjaer wants to bring this team, and then youth is the way forward. For me, Munir already is at his peak, but the thing is, it's not about it's not about looking at value, current value, but looking at potential value that we can get now and going forward. So for me, if we can splash like maybe 30 to 4, but 70 definitely is a no-no one.
yep.
We don't really want to the bank. So because at the end of the day, we try to get as much as value as possible from whatever transfer deal that we are going to do. So yeah, for me, Wan Bisaka, if he gets to be playing on the first team, uh, we need to set the tone for first teamers, especially for young players, that they shouldn't be paid more than 150,000 pounds a week. So it will definitely break the system, for a club like Man United, even it's the biggest club in the world, but still we are paying hefty price in terms of the Alexis Sanchez wage package. So
Yeah,
he
yeah.
just ruined everything.
Yeah. So I think for one Misaka it's
Yeah.
yeah, 70 million is quite right. But if you ask me, like you said, youth is the way forward. So my question is the lot not a youth? So if he comes in, he may actually stop the development of the lot. So the lot on the right side and Shaw on the left side, unless the lot goes up into the right wing area. So I don't know. I'm 50-50 on this. It depends on
Okay.
how much transfer budget we have. So if you're going to spend a lot on the center back and a lot on the right wing and a lot on the midfield, I think right back is one place we can scheme on because we have the option of Munir. So I think depending on the transfer budget that we have, Munir can be a good replacement, or also depending on how steadfast Crystal Palace is against Bisaka, against
Uh,
selling Bisaka to us.
because,
Right? Anything to add about him?
um, because like you said, if we go for Mounier, and then definitely he will demand to be to be in the first team.
Mm.
So that's kind of
For
uh,
now, definitely I can
kind of
see it because I don't
opposite
see
of what
HT
you're
Young.
saying. Yeah. But like you said, if we want to promote the lot to the
Mm.
first team, we can't be buying an experienced defender in the form of Mounier, who definitely will demand to be in the first team. But
But he's
a
only
couple
28
of
years old.
a
You
couple of
Dalot is 19, Munia is
but a couple
28,
of
so he'll be there for what 2-3 years, until 30, 31 years old, and then he'll have time to bring up Dalot. So that's why I feel
mm,
that Munia is a cheap option. It's a sensible option. I'm not saying one because it's not a sensible
cheaper
option, but it's definitely a cheaper option, and you have someone to guide Dalot growing up. So and after 2-3 years, then the lot can actually be eased into the team. So definitely,
you see
definitely
maybe
he'll play first team now. We because please, I hope Ashley Young doesn't play at all. He can play against Nottingham Forest. No, not even Nottingham Forest. He can play against Tremors Rover.
Yeah,
Yeah, in the League Cup, but nothing more than
they
that.
they League Cup already, first and second round of FA Cup. So yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I think, yeah,
can win it.
opposing wheels. But what do you think? What do you think? Drop your comment. Drop your comment about Bisaka and Munir. Who do you want to get? So let's move on to delete our centre back, the centre back that I think a lot of Manchester United fans are hoping for, are praying for, offering sacrifices everywhere so that we can get him. So, but at what price? But at what price? So, on Saturday night, the Leeds, there's a news coming from Spain, Catalonian radio station itself, from Gerard Romero, a very trustable source, that he said the lead it's almost going to Manchester United. That we have offered him something that Barcelona cannot offer. So yeah, this is the news on the lead. And Sunday night, something else came out from Sky Sport source, which is not so trustable as compared to Gerard Romero. That Manchester United officials are actually dropping the interest because it's just too expensive. So my question, I think, to you is, should we pay over the, because the wages that's being touted around is 350k. I mean, sometimes with Menu, the rumors are always much higher than it actually is, because it is said that Lukaku is getting 250, actually is getting 175. So 350 is a lot, but how about, let's just put the amount at 250k for 19 years old per week. Do you agree, or should we look elsewhere?
I don't agree with it. Like I said, with the situation with Wan Bisaka, if we are trying to lure youth, and at the same time youth, but a very good talent coming to Man United, I think the first thing, like you said, I think you've been mentioning this for a couple of times, is that whether they are interested to play or not. The thing is, for a 19 or 20-year-old, when we start to pay them um, the max value of what they are, because they haven't reached their peak yet. They haven't reached their
Mm-hmm.
peak yet. And then previously, we have shown interest. United have shown interest in the previous season, but only to stop short at the potential of him gaining weight, going down the road, as in a couple of years as he grows up. So the thing is with the league, you can see his passion towards whatever competition that the club is trying to achieve. If you look at Barcelona and Ajax, both of these clubs are playing in the Champions League, whereas Man United is not. And then if we are trying to low just uh, on the fact that we are paying more, and at the same time we are shaking the core team who are also trying to demand better wages from the club. So we are creating our own problem.
Death.
It's a systemic problem that maybe, yeah,
We're asking for our own death.
definitely. When we are when we are getting when we are trying to get better value out of it. I agree with pursuing the lead for the sake of for the money, just like that.
Mm.
Him, yes, maybe, because he's still 19, man. If we can get him at his peak, maybe 4 to 5 years down the road, maybe yes. Let's see how he tries to fit himself in terms of playing for the first team in Barcelona. Like you said, the Barcelona team currently, they have Umtiti, they have Langley, they have Gerard Piqué. Gerard Piqué is actually for a defender, even though he's 32, but he still can play at his best. Maybe a couple more years. So he's going to be there. The only thing is whether he can fit right in with PK, or maybe a more senior defender
I don't care what
in
he does with
Barcelona. So it
Barcelona.
is up to him. But for us,
He's definitely
but for
he's,
us, I
he's
think
definitely
for us,
a
definitely we
golden
should,
poster boy if he comes to Man U, but at 250k, I think,
yeah.
yeah,
But
and for a 19 years, so it's gonna be a
we
Sanchez
should
problem
figure this
all
out.
over
It,
again.
it will cause unrest in the first team.
Mm.
Yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
see, but the thing is also there's another
Yes,
counter
yes, yes,
argument. If he
definitely. So
comes,
we don't
if he
want that. We
yeah, if he comes and then he does really really
trying to
well,
get rid of that bad omen, man.
yeah, if he
Yeah.
comes and do really really well, then 250 million is actually 250k is actually no problem because even though he's 19 years old, but if he comes and becomes the poster boy, becomes very very good, he actually settled the defense, he actually becomes our key player, then 250,000 is not a problem because then he becomes a key player to us.
Mm-hmm.
He
I
becomes
agree,
a
I agree
first
on
team
that.
starter.
But
If there's a first team starter, but that's the question, will he do very very well? We gamble with Sanchez and then we lost. But if the lead, so far everything points that he can because 19 years old. There's no reason that he cannot become the best. There's
we
no reason that he
okay,
will
and
stop
I get
moving.
uh,
So like if you compare Sanchez and Delete,
I
the
get
odds are much better. The chances are much better for him to actually justify the 250,000. So if it's 250,000, I think it's a deal that can be done. I mean, I always say that we are not poor. Manchester United was the richest club in the world. We can actually pay the wages. We try not to break it for players who doesn't worth it. But I think Delete, if he can become our poster boy, definitely he'll be up there. So 250,000 is not a problem, but 350, that's a new high. That's what De Gea is asking. He has been our poster boy for so long. For 6 years, he has been saving our bottom. So if De Gea asks for it and he doesn't get, so what makes the league getting 350k? So that's a difference of 250k and 350k. So if we shouldn't go for 350k. I think if 350k is what he's asking, then let's move on. Let's move on to
yeah.
Ruben Diaz. Um, so very quick update on Koulibaly also that his price has shot up to 150,000 pounds.
Uh,
So menu is moving on. So that's another update for you. Delete, yes. If it's 350k, I don't think we should move. I think we should move on. If it's 250k, we should actually pursue it. But then again, I don't think it's gonna happen because yeah, Barcelona is his team, and if he thinks Man United is his team, then he should come. If he's not, then he doesn't like Man United. He coming for just the money, then no, no thanks. Okay, so let's move on to the next one, which is Lukaku, and well, that's Lukaku and Pogba's face over there. So let's go to Lukaku first. Ivan Perisic plus 30 million for Lukaku in exchange. Yay or nay?
how old is Ivan Perisic?
Ivan Perisic is 30.
30. Wow. And then what's the wage package offered to him
I don't know.
other
It's
than the
100,
30 million?
something. It's not the big package. Not gonna be very very expensive.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I don't know for a 30-year-old playing in Serie A going to take a longer time to adapt
Yeah, yeah. I'm really shaking my head.
to
No, no,
Premier League. For me, maybe you get
no way, Jose.
yeah, yeah, yeah. for,
If it's 2 years
yeah,
ago, we will
maybe
think
for
about
me,
it. But
yeah,
now,
maybe,
please no. Yeah, if he's not doing it in Serie
mm,
A, then what makes you think he's gonna do it with Manchester United in a very very tough league? So yeah, yeah. To me also no go. Like Man U asking for 70 million and then Inter is ready to pay 50 millions. I would say 60 million is about right. Let's just get rid of him. I mean, a lot
yeah,
of
if
fans
you can
actually,
get yeah
yeah, a lot of
50
people is actually
then
liking
should be
him.
okay.
Sorry,
Mm.
how much?
If you can get 50 or 60, then it'll be a good deal.
I think 50 is a bit too low lah. That's we are losing on 25 million, but 60 I think that's about right for him. A lot of players are saying that
Mm,
he's a very good player. I'm just saying that he doesn't suit our play. He doesn't suit what Oli wants to play. The passing, the intricate passing, the quick passing,
yeah,
the the high pressure, the high intensity. I think he's also quickly naked now. He's gotten bigger after the World Cup, so he's slowed down. So what Ole wants is pace. So I don't
yeah, yeah.
think he's also in all these plans. So that's why he has to go.
He thrive in everything because of the support and the supply that he gets from
Mm,
the
mm.
overload of builders in Everton and then the way that Everton plays. So
Also
yeah, he
in
can't function.
Everton, yeah. Also in Everton, you
Yeah,
have a lot of space to play around with because um when team plays against Everton, they are more open at the back. So he has a lot of space to run at the back and bully players. So now that he's being surrounded by defender, the reason why he cannot do it against the top teams because the defending is very very strong. So With weaker defenders he can bully
Yeah,
them, but
yeah.
with stronger defenders he can't do anything. So he will, to me, he will stay at the, slightly better than Everton. He's very very good for Everton, but he will not be our top six, or he will not be Real Madrid. He will not be in Barcelona, Liverpool, Manchester City. So that's my argument for Lukaku. We need to have the best, not the good, the almost the best but not the best. We need to have the best. That's Manchester United. So Lukaku has to go. And then people say, is Rashford going to be best? Yes, he plays into Ollie's tactic. Martial just has to be a bit more hardworking. So let's go to Pogba, because the news is with Pogba, it's Juventus going to give us two players, Alexandro and Paulo Dybala for Pogba. Yay or nay?
Yay. For me,
I'm
because we
going to
get
argue
two,
with you on this. Yes, go.
because we get two in return. The thing is with the Paulo Dybala and also Alexandro. Alexandro is playing on the left, I think. Yeah.
Alessandro, yeah, he's the
So for me,
left
yeah,
back. Yep, yep.
he's a left back. So for me, it solved one of the issue trying to find a good backup for Luke Shaw, and then at the same time we get a good value. For me, Dybala is an experience. He has that composure in front of the goal. So and then he can create. Uh, he has the creativity playing behind attackers. So it'll be a good addition to the team, given Solskjaer know how to play him. Because if you look at the way Juventus play, it's kind of similar to the way Man United uh, are playing currently. But Dybala already have the system in his head in a way he can function, and he knows what to do in terms of getting the best out of this system. So for me, it's a yay because we get two value players, and then we can really put somebody else. No, we can get a replacement when we land Bruno Fernandez. So in a way, we are clearing up more spaces in terms of just stuck with one. So for me, yeah, it's a yay for me. I do agree with the move.
Uh, yeah. Yeah, now you make me 50-50. But the thing is, Paulo Dybala, you see, I always like Paulo Dybala. Okay? I always like Paulo Dybala because in FM I actually got him for 160 million, 160 millions on Football Manager. That's how much I like Paulo Dybala. But the real fact is this season he has been atrocious. Maybe because Ronaldo is there taking the limelight, so he has to be the limelight. But again, you talk about striker being diva. I mean, if we buy him to play him in the right wing, I say forget about it. He's not a right wing person. He is not that quick. When you're on a winger, you need pace. But he has very, very good passes. He is very creative, so he needs to be played in the middle, just like your Mata needs to be played in the middle, whether as a striker or a support striker
Yes,
or a
yes.
false nine. So if we do that,
But
if we do
that,
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 then
that
yes, if we buy him to put him on the right side or the left side, I say forget about it. Um, but to me, there's a certain unrealisticness in this because Pogba and Dybala are mates. They are very, very good friends. Why would they switch place? They should be in the same place. I don't think Pogba wants it to. I don't think it's going to happen. And Alexandro, it's
Mhm.
left back is a place that we shouldn't be thinking about replacing at the moment. If Manchester United is really serious about it, fine. Paulo Dybala and Joao Cancelo on the right side. We don't need a left back at the moment. We can have the lot to play at left back if we need it. But Luke Shaw is always going to be the first 11. So and there's a lot of Ethan Light. Ethan Light is actually waiting in the youth to come in to play the fullback. Timothy Fosu Mensah is coming back to play the fullback. So the thing
Mensah
is,
and
yeah, there's a lot of backup, and we don't need another backup that's gonna be on very high wages. That's going to stop our right back, our right wing, our center midfield from coming in. So that is more important to me.
Mhm.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
still, it's a yay for me.
Yeah, yeah. I will go yay if only Alexandra changed the core Cancelo.
Okay, yeah, Cancelo, yeah. But
Okay.
yeah, Cancelo is good with Ronaldo, so I don't see him going anywhere.
Mm-mm. Also, let's talk about Griezmann. So, do you want Griezmann in our team?
Nope.
Okay, give me a second. I want to see what's happening outside. Okay, you continue talking about Griezmann.
Okay, regarding Antoine Griezmann, because he's 29, I know he's very good mate with Paul Pogba. But the thing is, if we do get him, we kind of stuck with the style of play that he has playing for Atletico Madrid. I know the work rate that we are talking about is phenomenal in terms of when he plays for Atletico Madrid. But the thing is, he wants to play with someone who can really know his style of link up play. So for me, I don't see Antoine Griezmann doing well in Man United style of play. I think he fits La Liga better compared to the Premiership. So
Imagine
if
Griezmann,
he
Pogba, Dybala.
yeah, no, I don't see that, because I know. Okay, like I said just now, I know that Griezmann and Pogba is good mates. Playing playing in the same national side, but the way that Griezmann play, I don't see him adapting well to the system and playing in the Premier League. It's kind of difficult on, because I'm not a huge fan of Antoine Griezmann, and then I can see him playing well in La Liga, but not in EPL, English Premier League. Because you see a couple of good strikers playing, currently, like Higuain. He can't really
Mm-mm.
adapt to
Yeah,
the
yeah.
to the because he has the way that Griezmann play it's very like similarly linked to the way Higuain plays. So you can see this whole season Higuain has been struggling, and for me, if we put Griezmann there, I can see him struggle as well. And then he's not that young, so he's 29 or
Yeah,
28
yeah,
this year. So
yeah. So that's my point. Actually, that's actually
no,
why Paulo Dybala, even though inconsistency maybe he may be a bit diva, but if he plays a striker, that's fine for me. But compared to Griezmann is 28 going to 29. So again, I already said no players above 26 unless they're playing defending, because then they have a bit more years in them. So to me, Griezmann also is a no-no for me. Yeah. So nothing has happened until now. No one has signed for Manchester United, but Spanish league
I
has
think
just ended
everyone
yesterday.
is waiting for the big tournaments. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah. Because all the league games are done. All the league games are done, and now, but there's still UEFA Nations going on, so it might still take about 1 to 2 weeks for everything to clear up. Then the transfer will come in the second, third week of June. Hopefully before July 1, we already have
Hurry up.
4, 5 players coming in. But all we can do is just sit down and we're not speculating. We're just reading, and then we give our opinions on the transfer that might happen. So does that anything else to add?
Okay. So currently, I think maybe some of us are not aware that the FIFA Under 20 World Cup is going on in Poland currently. So one of the best platform to watch new and emerging young talents is at the World Cup. So I can see a couple of good players coming from the national sides of Poland. See, as a host team, Poland, and also from the we call that it's not. I think it's the Japanese side and also the Italian side. So yeah,
Yeah.
try to be on the lookout for new talents. Yeah, in the FIFA Under 20 World Cup currently
Yep.
happening.
Yep. I agree. So
It
again, we are all
started
about
in
the young
Asia. Yeah,
players, right?
yep.
Again, it's just
So
crazy
that's
things
it.
happening outside. To do with parking. But anyway,
Mhm.
yeah. If you are new, please like and subscribe. If you have any comments on all the Wan Bissaka, Delete, Lukaku, Pogba, what do you think about their transfer? Do drop us a comment. Well, we'll see you this Friday. Bye.